you need to work out actually what gives you the greatest bang for your buck. I think you need to focus your marketing more. You need to work out actually what gives you the greatest bang for your buck. A lot of marketing has moved and a lot of advertising spend has changed over the years. We've seen an awful lot more internet advertising than your old-fashioned television or billboard type advertising. And the great thing with internet advertising, you can actually see how effective it is. You can see how many links through to your sites, how many sales you've got. So actually understanding how your marketing works for you is important. Some businesses don't necessarily need to do marketing, so again, it really does depend on what sector you're in.
What I always see with sort of the companies that I deal with is how can you not necessarily cut it back completely, but how can you actually, in these quite difficult times we've gone through, get the maximum benefit from it. And I think that tends to be, again, thinking about ways to really directly market. So really understanding where your marketing is hit. And sometimes that may be down to one-to-one marketing with accounts and customers. So I think a lot of people, because it is a discretionary spend, you don't necessarily find the negative impact of not doing it for a number of months. It's an obvious one to pull the plug on, but I think what people should do is actually focus their marketing on the areas that, and again, it may be existing accounts, making sure that existing accounts know the full range of services that you actually provide. If you're talking about sort of new services and new accounts, then actually it is quite difficult, I think, marketing at the moment in terms of sort of measuring, the return on it. But also, it is essential. I mean, it's interesting where we are in the recession at the moment. That hopefully we are coming out of the other side. And there's been lots of problems when you go into a recession and whilst you're in the recession in terms of customer retention, customer catchment. But actually when you come out, there's a whole raft of problems and issues to follow on from that as well in terms of actually how do you ramp up your activity. And advertising by its very nature is largely sort of a leading tool that you've got. So I think in some respects, if you do cut it off completely, then you are going to suffer when volumes ultimately return.